Awesome. All right, so this is a little training on the Midway offer. And so what we're gonna do is go into a bit of an intro and then talk about how you're just gonna talk your way through till you get to the offer, okay? So first, you are gonna say, you know, I wanted to sit down with you and just have a bit of an update chat in terms of how everything's going, because I know you're doing great and you're working out, and so I just wanted to make sure, like, I wanted to talk to you a bit about some things. Cool? Awesome. So here's the thing. Congratulations on doing this for yourself, because first and foremost, not a lot of people take it upon themselves to join a challenge. And you got to imagine you joined a challenge because you weren't happy with where you were, and you did this to change your current state because you wanted to get healthier, you wanted to lose weight, you wanted to feel better, you wanted to improve your health, improve your fitness, you wanted to learn a little bit more, and at the same time you needed a bit of a support group and to surround yourself with like-minded people who wanted to change and wanted to eat better and wanted to work out and wanted to feel better, to do this not just for them, but for your long-term health too. And so here's the thing. You gotta imagine, where were you before this? So nutrition-wise, you were probably living your life reactively. You probably weren't thinking ahead of what you're eating. You're probably waking up on a Monday thinking like, dang, like, what am I gonna have for breakfast? I'm not hungry, I'm gonna skip it. And you know, what's for dinner? Oh, maybe have 1 to 2 meals a day. And now you see the importance and the challenge of making your eating a priority. And that's the difference between people who are outside of this challenge and like live normally and are overweight, etc., and the difference with you. Because you're proactive and you were making better decisions, you were eating better, and you took our plan, and look, man, you lost 12 pounds in 6 weeks. That's amazing. That is amazing. I'm sure you felt inches come down, your energy's up, so I wanted to talk a little bit more about that. And so here's the thing, imagine. So what I find is this. Making something important puts it at the top of your mind so that you're able to make better decisions in your day, right? And so not just with eating, but also with your training. You learn that you have the time to make 3 workouts a week. You have the time to be like, this is where I'm gonna go. You looked at your 24 hours slightly differently than before, and you're able to fit this in your schedule. A lot of people sometimes will say, I don't have the time. It's not even about having the time, because we all have 24 hours in a day. What it's really about is you taking the same 24 hours in a day and reapproaching it, making better decisions and readjusting to fit all these new and healthy factors into your life. And guess what you did? You did exactly that. Okay, here's the thing. As you're training along 2 to 3 times a week, consistently, even after a month, you're gonna see tremendous performance gains. Imagine your first workout. You probably were like, oh my God, I'm dying. I can't really walk. My leg, oh, I need to go to the restroom on the toilet. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna sit down. Now where are you? You're lifting more weights. You're stronger, you're fitter, you're faster, you're feeling better. You're like, what are these muscles, right? Right, exactly. So imagine that's only like 4 to 5 weeks. Where could you be in 6 months? You know what I'm saying? So one big thing I notice in this is this, like, you have the fitness, right? You scheduled it in and you worked out 3 times a week. We gave you the nutrition plan and we showed you what to eat, we showed you how much to eat, we gave you recipe guides, we gave you a recipe book, you tried a bunch out, you're like, man, these are delicious. But the other side is like the environment and the coaching and the accountability to help support you along this journey. And so what I find is that's probably the most important thing, is the environment you surround yourself with. Because imagine if you were to go to the gym alone, right? You have a gym membership, you do it by yourself, you're not coached, you're not guided, they don't check on you, they don't make sure your form's good, they don't make sure the weight's right, they don't make sure you're getting enough rest, or if you're resting too much, they push you, right? And so the environment is gonna play a huge role in your success, right? Because imagine if you work out, you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna like ruin my weeks of workout by like binge eating. Although if you did that, don't do that anymore, right? Right. And so your progress is contingent upon all of these 3 things across the 6-week challenge, right? It's number 1, you're working out. It's number 2, the plan. And number 3, the accountability, which ultimately adds up to what? Your progress, right? And at the end of the day, your progress is all that matters to us, is that you're making better decisions for yourself and your life. And here's the thing, in all honesty, the 6-week challenge is how we get people. And sure, you're gonna lose weight, but in all honesty, the 6-week challenge isn't our main goal for people. Our main goal for people is to really impact their life. And so you can lose weight in 6 weeks, but you can't change your life in 6 weeks. It's more like 12 months, because let's be honest. You're making great changes and you're making great progress, but there's no guarantee that you're going to continue this outside of this program. So we wanted to make sure we reward you by giving you a little bit of a reward today, right? And so because you were decisive in making the decision to do the 6-week challenge, I'm gonna do this for you. Just for today, I'm gonna credit your 600 back to you, okay? Why? Because you were decisive, you made it happen, and you're putting work in. So I wanna reward you for that, okay? And so these are the programs that we have available for you, okay? So we have a 12-month program for 3 times a week, which is exactly what you're doing. It's typically $300 a month, and so that's $3,600 for the year. $600 off is $3,000 for the year, which comes down to $250 a month. Now, what I'm going to do for you today is also this: your 6-week challenge, and this is another value stack that we were doing, because we were pushing out their start date so they get more time. I think I might be open to that, and that would make a lot more sense in terms of another value stack, right? You give the 600, you say they start later, and then you just keep going, and then we'll give you a new meal plan, and then you kind of like, and then also, the 6-week challenge, we typically strip food away and make it somewhat strict, right? Whereas the next step program is really what it's called. Next step or level up. I kind of like the idea of like a level up program, because it's like the next level.
Yeah.
Is to teach you how to have the sweets and how to have the fatty foods and still progress. Who wouldn't want to have an Oreo if you like Oreos, or the ice creams, or the pizzas, or the burgers and the fries, and still lose weight? Who wouldn't want that? Guess what? That's exactly what we're going to teach you. And the reason why we don't do that in the 6-week challenge is because you're typically not ready, because you haven't like built up the self-discipline to say, I'm only going to have this much. Whereas post 6-week challenge, you've lost weight, you're making better decisions, you're working out, you're seeing progress, so it's kind of like you've shown us that you're ready to take on these brand new foods. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to show you that inside the 6-week challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer you this 12 blah, 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 blah. So you say, it's 36, it's $300 a month for 12 months. So it's 3,600 minus 600 is 3,000 a year, which comes down to $250 a month. And so your 6-week challenge ends March 1st. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 2 more weeks, so this doesn't actually start till the middle of March. So instead of getting 6 weeks, you get 8 weeks. And then you get a 2-week break in terms of when this kicks up. Cool? Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you sign this here, and this is going to start March 15th. Cool? Perfect. Welcome aboard to the next level. Boom.